Hey there, Saggy. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to bring an intuitive peek into the world around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, be sure you click that subscribe button and ring the bell. They'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like the content we provide here, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, like, and share. And I also want to take this second to say thank you to everyone who's been giving donations. It is so greatly appreciated. So, Saggy, some things going on here. So whether this is the spread and we're branching out from this, or whether this is the intuitive peek in to launch from, there's a lot going on in the crown and deep underground. So, but the neat thing is, it's not like this is a variety of things. This is a channel, an individual specific order of things going on. Oh, there's a hidden card. Hang on. Leave it to be more purple. Y'all have had this deck for years. They are so well shuffled. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Take a look here. I'm sure y'all are like, I know, this is what has been going on. Thank you for going there, Joy. So, you're wanting to know how to come apart. Can y'all see this? This is letting me know it's almost like when they separate Siamese twins. There's a high risk, not just for one, but for both, because they share connective tissue around certain organs. So we got to get crafty and creative here, because you were showing me in the beginning about the ghost lands, the dragon's lair. It was like the dragon has stolen your precious dreams and what was valuable to you, taken it back to its lair, because there's all this storm and smoke and like this shrouded possessive energy going on, and you're wanting to know how to move past that, how to move through that. That's a bit of what this is. How do we get that off of you? Because there's good dragon, bad dragon, just as there is a fool unto life and a fool unto death. So how do we break this perpetual cycle, this connection? How do we do it so that both parties live? Because what we're finding out in this case, it's that energy surrounding that dragon. It is that it was taken, that it felt like anything that takes feels like it doesn't, even though it seems like entitlement, like it's going, mine, these are my rights, these are my rights. That's being done because they feel they have no rights. Okay? So these are energy sessions, and we're not getting all off on anybody else, because that gets the eye of God off of ourselves. We need to get our eye on ourselves, because we are the one place where we have permission, where we have power. And that magic prayer card that kept showing itself, peeking its head over and over and over again through the shuffles in this map oracle, was letting me know that set your intention. Begin to establish ritual around it, meaning begin to form your life, create this new formation around yourself, because that's what they do when they look to separate them, is they start working a way that when fascia binds, it's this white, meshed up, clotted up netting. So they slowly start working through that, just like an archaeologist does in a dig, moving the dirt, because they never know when just on the other side of one speck is the revelation of the goods. In this case, your organs, which could very well be your heart, because there was one red speck in the midst of it all. But it could also be, thank you. It's your power source. Because to me, garnet, this plum, it's the depths of the earth. It's our earth star, our earth root chakra, that type of thing. It's our divine connection with resources in life, and where our earthly provision is coming from. But it is directly correlated to what is going on just above our head. And you're wanting to merge it and bring it all together, okay, in the solar plexus, which is why you're showing me wealth. So this is incoming. It's not necessarily that it, like you have to keep working at it and all that till October. It's that you decide, this is the decision point, right? This is when you're setting on the journey, you're typing in your GPS, the address of where you want to go. And then you get in, you drive, right? And the journey is the whole process of mulling over in the mind, taking repetitive action. That's thus the ritual, the formation of those things, of reiterating your intention, of gaining back this energy, which steps into, the rabbit was here. These are the T cards, y'all, because as you see, I'm back at the magic green couch. I feel like Alice in Wonderland when I'm sitting down here, and leave it to you guys to swoop me in on this first journey. So, because you guys are where I start each week. Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters, but it really has to do with ability to produce more than reproduce. So to bring it forth from there and bring it into something that you're able to walk out and inherit. So that's the energy, that is the statement of what is going on. And underneath it was, this is the bending point, is what they're saying. This is where it would be like a Two of Swords, a Two of Coins, that type of thing, the mulling of the mind, working those things together. But it's letting me know, definitely, you need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. And the thing is this isn't, I know it's coming in kind of like the side eye, like, let me take a closer look. But the good thing about a great detective is they allow the information to come in as information. They're not putting it on one side of the fence or the other. They're putting it into files individualistically for what they are. They're putting it in its place like a puzzle solver. So it says it has its place, and the temptation here with the knot, where it says unsuccessful plans, is to be tempted to believe that your effort is going to be in vain, that what was lost will never be found, that the love is gone, you will not inherit the earth, meaning what you've been investing in, what you've been pouring your heart and soul, body and mind into. But that was it. That's why this card has been lingering around for the last week. And I don't use these in the off week up there unless I'm specifically told to. So as I began to work them and freshen them for this week, it came out and came out and came out, and it said, put me on that table, and I'm going to tell you where I go. And it went right outside the knot, you see here. And I said, you have a choice. This is your pivot point. This is the place. This is like the solar plexus, what is going on. And they're asking you to unknot it, to undam yourself, to change your perspective. Because if you get things that have been caught up and twisted up, remember, just like this, and you begin to separate them, they look so much more differently. Sorry about my conjugation there, y'all. When you get in this flow, it's like, oh, la, la. Anyways, they can look much more different. And the thing is it's like poverty mindset or prosperity mindset. And don't get this mixed up with all that, The Secret and those type of manifestations. We're looking through a different channel here. We're looking through the one where we can really be at peace with ourself and mining the treasures of our own mountain and exploring our own mountain. So what we need to know is specifically what our self is saying to ourself, what our spirit and guides are saying to ourself, okay? Even my words here, it's not what I say that is important. It's what you hear. You're the one going on this journey. You're the one going through. You're the one deciphering the code of the mapping of the GPS coming in, right? You're the one behind the wheel, okay? So although the GPS may say turn here, stop there, take a left, take a right, you're the one who's navigating the drive, who's knowing when to brake properly, what speed to attend to, that type of thing, and taking in the scenery, okay? So it's so much more than just saying, oh, The Secret, or laws of manifestation, or laws of attraction. Psst, We're just nixing that out here. Because if that were a key to your wealth, they would tell me. But they're saying the key to your wealth, your success, your Earth star connection, which let me tell you, the earth is longing to connect with you. It says, I've missed your footsteps for so long, because when you move in yourself, in who you are, your rhythm and your confidence, it's striking the earth like a drum. And the earth, the divine creation said, I've missed your heartbeat. I've missed our relationship. I've missed the love that you show me through your bright, sparkly self, through your radiant, bold confidence, through your assurance and how you boldly step out into this planet and into this plane. So the plane I want you to return to is the one that always thinks, oh yeah, that's going to go great. I see how it's going to go, and you just go with the part that you know. You follow those directions and you take in the journey and the joy thereof. So they're saying, don't see this as the plans will be unsuccessful. Oh, I'm so scared. It's going to fail. This could happen. That could happen. They're like, Those aren't thoughts that they're wanting you to entertain. They're wanting you to entertain the thoughts of, wow, I bet it's going to be magnificent. Man, this is going to take a lot of courage. I wonder what it's going to be like. How exciting. And it begins to get your blood pumping and pulsing. So it's creating like those bass notes going on inside of your body, the rhythm echoing out through the canyons of your caverns, of your rib cage, and it begins to get your all your chakras powering up and aligning up and unfurling this knot. As opposed to pulling it tighter, it begins to duck and dive and weave itself out, realizing it's really quite simple. It's choice-based. Follow the leader is what they're saying. So follow the leader, what? To the yellow brick road, to wealth, to prosperity. These are many gates and openings, and they're showing me that this wealth has to do with this. Can you see those? Okay. Has to do with this. It has to do with the opening, what you're saying, what you're believing. And the thing is how we walk out. They talk to me all the time about the throat chakra, and we think it's speaking your voice and saying your place and all that. They said, really is your testament. When you know what you believe and you're confirmed in it, there's not much that has to be said here. It's said through your action. It merges with the heart, and the high heart especially, and it begins to come out into your world around you, not just through your action, but giving permission, okay? Because you mix the blue and pink together, what are you going to get? You're going to get all this purple. It's going to begin to bring in your dreams. Okay, because this is what that dragon had taken, actually, was your dreams. So that's why they're saying don't get too tied up in just the organ of the heart and love and that whole thing. It's the rhythm, your drum, the thing that beats out your pulse inside of you, instead of letting it get all weak and thready and thin. It's like, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm so scared. You'll be like, oh my God, this is intense. It's taking so much courage. What am I going to do? But turning to that energy, the energy of excitement versus the energy of anxiety. They just simply look like this. It's almost the same thing, but which way are you viewing it? Okay. I don't want to just mince that up until there's nothing but dust left. So let's go on from there. Under the field of dreams, if you build it, they will come. If you show up, the help will be there. Okay? Because those dreams have life energy of their own, and they're telling me they have attendance. ANTS. Okay? Attendance of their own. Energies that have come along with it to help the creative form of life, to help mix with the waters of your dreams, that when it comes together, kind of like sea monkeys, boom, it sprouts out of nowhere. Just like the seed buried under the ground. When the magic of your attention, of your focus, of your prayer on what is important to you, not all the extraneous, and not the people, not so much the situations, but the heart of the matter and how you were viewing it, remember? That's how you're going to shift the point, and these things are going to begin to come in. And they're saying refine your intention. You see that? Use your wisdom, your knowingness, that this wisdom is when, get quiet. Get quiet with yourself. Take the time to be silent. That's a barn owl up on top. And scientists have not been able to figure out how they fly silently. And he's holding the puffer in a field of dreams again, because to me, that's what those are, the little dandelion seed heads. It's a profusion of hope. It's a profusion of, and it's not false hope, it is tangible hope. They're wanting you to see the tangible signs that are right in front of your face. Reticular activating system. The way we see things will keep playing out and drawing clues to us as if that is the way it's going to be. And when we set our head, our mind, our intention in that direction, that is what is required to happen. So in this case, they're telling you, be careful what you set your eyes on. There's a message that I posted earlier, the way home. And they're talking about wherever the eyes go, the body will follow. So that's why they were kind of getting off on that tangent about the secret, laws of attraction, that type of thing, because we get so into the mind, the thinking part. But really, the eyeballs are the extension of the nervous system. They command the body. even more so than the mouth, even more so than the mind. So control your eyesight, control your vision, set it upon what it is you want, even if you have to imagine it. Okay? So let's find out a little bit more on this. They're definitely calling for some room cards. There's some mirroring. It's like they're sharpening your memory, refreshing your recollections. There's like a profusion of ginkgo going on here so that your mind can think clearly again. It's like you've been in a delusional state, almost drug-like state or trance-like state, where it's just kind of the humdrum, the drone, where you feel like this repetitive knot, this repetitive issue of things playing out that way. And that's why they're like, hey, here's how we're going to deal with it. Let's dive down. Let's get this piece back. And they're saying EACE, get your peace back. And that changes everything. It's the game changer. All right, let's get some game-changing peace on this. Tell me a little bit more about Saggy's intention, this field of dreams. Tell us a little bit more. Get some clarity on this and some direction. That's definitely it, warrior. All right, so it is the will of heaven, patience, deep dive, molding character, and timely relationship. And connections, even with our own energy, with the pieces and parts of ourselves, is relationship. Knowing how to relate to yourself. Because we work so hard on learning how to relate to others, but don't learn how to relate to ourselves. Most of our selving was done when we were babies, when we were children. And what it really was this, merry-go-round of how other people were doing it. And so when we begin to make these choice-based decisions and we feed it in, okay, you're saying the reiteration, the field of dreams, the intention, the ritual over and over and over again, we fully reprogrammed our subconscious, which is where our action plays out from. But that subconscious is a marriage between, so they almost show it like this. Like it's a loop here in X, a loop here in an X. And so like it merges together like this in the unconscious mind. And in the unconscious mind is where all these fantastic memories, these dreams, these ideas, these unctions, they're saying like titillations. And they're doing it like that. It's like this twinkle toes. They're doing like twinkle toes, like, you see those people that are magic on the piano and their fingers are just going like this and they're not like, let me hit the right, their face is as lit up as their fingers are, They're talking about that energy, that full-on connection with yourself, which bypasses the loop of thinking. Dang. Yes. Okay, so that's the warrior. Getting in that space where you are one with yourself. Getting the fullness of this connection back, the restoration, and so we could say it was taken from you, but apparently you're showing us this is what happens through the process of becoming human, coming to this earth, coming through those phases of where we come in completely needy of care and of food and shelter and that sort of thing, that these patterns are being laid in. And they're saying, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's time to reclaim it. It's time to get in touch with this part that's beyond the subconscious and to go in there. And that's why they were saying, don't be afraid. Be like, oh, okay, got to have some courage. Got to figure out what's going on here. Let's step into this and let's follow that energy. To me, a rabbit's like quietly curious because they'll just take one little hop and they'll sniff with their nose and they'll sniff with their nose, turn their ears, hide behind the reeds. They'll take another hop because they will step in, but they do it carefully, okay, step by step. So anyways, step by step, watchful, deep dive, molding character, timely relationship. So this molding character it's like carving a piece of stone, and that's you on the pedestal. So this egg, this new birth, your whole new self, but from the beginning is what they're saying. They want to form you from the beginning. And they're actually saying from the beginning, before the beginning. So they're saying pre-consciousness, unconscious. I understand what all they mean. Maybe y'all stick with me through time and you'll start to understand because they're not asking me to elaborate at this time. but before the beginning. That's where all the magic is. So, yeah, not sure if I'll be able to show these to y'all, but we're going to use them to read from. So y'all were actually first. Temperance, the Fool, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so it's talking about be patient as you go back to the beginning and learn to fall in love with yourself. Because it's kind of like when you're driving with a clutch. They're talking about some of this kind of energy. And if you're used to driving an automatic, this is going to feel like you're being worked and kind of like you're struggling with yourself and at odds with yourself, but you're actually not. One allows the other to engage, okay? And it's like those steps where the earth was talking about that beautiful, drumbeat, your essence, your footprint on this earth, the way you strike up that love with your connection. Taken out step by step, stepwise, that's the way it is meant to be. That is the way it's meant to be discovered, is learning how the bonds are formed in the energy in between, in the workings thereof. And it totally leads to love. Love connection. Anything and all that is possible. They're showing me a fold of time. You could call it a wormhole. That's probably the closest that y'all would be able to see it. There's probably a quantum physics term that relates with it, but being that I don't study quantum physics, I'm just fully aware of it. It comes from its inside, moves to the outward, and the outward, so it's a fold, a wrinkle in time. Okay, thank you. Y'all might understand that. If not, go watch the movie. They're saying it creates a wrinkle in time. They're saying give yourself permission to become your parents. To step into your authority and your power, and that leads to success. That's what it means to step into your parents. A lot of us come in and we're like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this different. Here's my way. Here's who I am. And we're asserting so much energy they're saying to a negative capacity. That's our own undoing. It's almost like you're choosing to journey through life, run your race in life in reverse. And that's very uncomfortable. That's straining to your form and your formula and your formulation. Okay, we're going to leave it there, y'all. I love that riddle because I know you're smart and you love the traveling through those nuances to feel that energy. A wrinkle in time, Saggy. I'm ready to listen back to this and pick up on what all was laid down in this track. So anyways, till we speak next time. Love you guys. Bye.